Hi everyone, this is Aruna Arichami, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, SNS College of Technology. In my lecture series today, we're going to see about the database design. Under the database design, today we're going to see about the dependency and normal form along with the functional dependencies. First, we're going to see about the definition of dependencies and normal form. Dependency is nothing but, according to the database management system, it is a relationship between two or more attributes. So based on the relationship only, we can able to identify dependent. So this dependency can be classified into 5 types. Either it is fully functional dependencies or functionally dependencies, transitive dependencies, multi-value dependencies, and partial dependencies. So this below bottom 4, we're going to study under the normal form. This functional dependency today we're going to see. So what do you mean by normalization? Means it is one of the process for minimizing the redundancy in the relation or a set of relation. How the redundancy can be occur in the relation means it may causes based on the anomaly. So based on the insertion, deletion or update anomaly. Because our database is not a static, it is a dynamic. So whenever we needed, we are doing certain action. If I want to insert the value, I can able to insert. If I want to delete the thing, I can remove from that. Due to that only, a redundancy can be occurred in a relation or a table. The majorly normalization can be used to minimize the redundant data present in the relation. So this is a definition of normal form. Normal form is nothing but to eliminate or reduce the redundancy in the table. Only we can able to minimize or reduce the redundancy. We can't able to fully eliminated the redundant data present in the table. So it is based on the application, based on the situation, the thing we can able to apply. So these are the various types of a normal form: first, second, third, Boyce code normal form, fourth and fifth. In the first for normal form, we're going to eliminate the repetitive groups. That is, attribute must be in an atomic. In my second normal form, we're going to eliminate the partial functional dependencies. Third normal form, we're going to remove the transitive dependencies. Fourth normal form, multi-value dependency can be eliminated. In the fifth normal form, joined dependency can be eliminated. The next we're going to see about the functional dependency. So functional dependency is nothing but the one of the constraint can be set to the attribute. So it can specify the relationship between the two set of attributes. When one set of attribute can accurately determine the value of other set, that can be called it as a functional dependencies. It is denoted by x tends to y. Here where x is a set of attribute that is capable of determining the value of y. So attribute, for example, if you're considering the relation R, it can contain the 4 attributes A, B, C, D. A can identify B value, B can identify C value, C can identify D value, D can identify A value. Those I have represented in the LHS side, that is a determinant. Those I have represented in the right side, that is a dependent. Always the determinant can identify the dependent value, means that is a valid dependency. If not, we can call it as a invalid dependencies. Always it can be represented in terms of an arrow. Arrow represent the dependency between the two variables. Now let us see with an example. See here I have given the table. It can contain the 4 attributes. One is a roll number, name, marks, department, and course. Here I have a dependencies. Roll number is these are my X component, these are my Y component. Now let us see, roll number tends to name. Here in this case, roll number tends to name. Why I am putting it is a valid means all roll number, it is a unique. If I call number 1, I can able to identify A. If I call 2, I can able to exactly identify B. 3 means it is A, 4 means B, 5 means C, 6 means 7, D. If I have again 1 over here, for example, in the same table, if I have added, if for example, if I going to add 7 over here in the table, I'm going to 7. Again, it will have a, I'm going to add 1. Roll number is 1 and name is A, means here 2 data is presented over here. So in this case, it is not a invalid. If I see the reverse of the thing, name and roll number, this is my name. Here I call out A means A. Both 2 students can have the name of A. So whether I don't know, I can't able to pick whether 1 or 3. It is a little bit confusing, is it right? Next, I can go for some other thing. So this can be called it as an invalid. if X value exactly determine or accurately determine the value of Y means it is a valid. In this case, roll number can't able to accurately define the name, can't able to accurately define the roll number. So it can be set it as an invalid. Those I have put it in the cross mark, that is an invalid, tick mark means it is a valid. So this is how in the relation, how we can identify the dependency is a valid or a invalid. See through the next example, this is a second example. In this case, you're having so many valid or a invalid dependencies. So in your exam point of view, they may ask like this. Along with the dependency they will give, you ask you to find out whether it is a valid or not. In some cases, they will give you only the table. By using the table, they ask you to what are the valid functional dependency present it over here and invalid functional dependency present it. According to this particular table, roll number tends to name, department name. Here roll number can determine the value field of this thing. This is a valid functional dependencies. Roll number can identify department can identify department name. So these are identical. So mostly we can call this thing as a valid. More valid functional dependencies, roll number tends to name, roll number name tends to department name and department building, etc. These are the valid things. If I go for name, can identify the department name. Name. I'm having X, Y, Z. Department name is CO and IT. I can't able to find out exactly. So this is an invalid dependencies. So these are the various invalid dependencies present in this particular table. So this is a major way how we are identifying the functional dependency. So now let us see the summary of this particular session. In this session, we discussed about the definition of dependencies, normal form, as well as based on the relation, how we can identify whether that particular relation is a valid or a invalid. Thank you for watching my video. In my video, I'm going to explain about the Armstrong rules. That we will see it in the next lecture series. Thank you for watching my video.